Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author, depression counselor, and depression survivor. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. Well, those of you who follow my channel know that I usually publish videos on Monday, but today is Friday, January 5th. So what gives? Well, it happens to be the 2-year anniversary of my being admitted to St. Vincent's Hospital for major depression. And while I have made a video called What It Feels Like or What It's Like to Be in a Mental Hospital, I've never really told the story about how I got to St. Vincent's and how I got the help I needed. So that's what this video is about. So in December 2015, I was 9 months into a really bad depressive episode. I was what they call decompensating. I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate, I was very anxious, things were getting worse. So at the beginning of January, Joan, my partner, said, hey, it's really time you try something different. You know, let's see what the hospital can do for you. So on the morning of January 5th, I found myself in the emergency room, but instead of a very long wait, I was the first person. Well, how could this be? Because the day before, there had been a snowstorm in Portland, and it was still early in the day, and people were waiting for the snow to melt. And so when I got there was nobody else waiting. So I got seen immediately by the social worker. And then a second miracle happened. I was told there was a bed at St. Vincent's. Well, that's rare because I know people who've tried to get in there in other hospitals where they have to wait a day or 2 days or 3 or 4 days, and still there's no bed. So the fact there was a bed that day was really fortuitous. So the next thing that happened is I met with the admitting psychiatrist. His name was Omar Rada, a really nice man, and we talked, and I told him about how bad off I was, and he asked the question, have you ever thought of doing electroconvulsive therapy, ECT? It's very good. It works maybe 80–90% of the time, and have you ever considered it? And I said, yes, I have. I've done a video on it. And in addition to that, I've seen a Dr. Christina Trevino over at Oregon Health Sciences University, and she recommended that I do this. And he said, that's really interesting because I am friends with Dr. Trevino, and I think we might be able to arrange a way to help you. So what happened was he proposed this, that he said, why don't you stay here at St. Vincent's for as long as you need to, and we will shuttle you or drive you back and forth to OHSU Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings where you can get in your treatments, and then you can come back here and participate in the activities, on the ward, and you can be here as long as it takes. I said, wow, that's amazing. Usually, they kick you out of a hospital because of insurance after 5 days. He said, don't worry, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. So thus began my ECT treatments on January 5th. Actually, they started on the 11th. They went until the 30th. I had 8 treatments, and then I was discharged. The first week I started to feel better. I enrolled in the Providence Intensive Outpatient Program, and within a month I knew I'd turned a corner. Now, as I look back at that event, I asked myself, what are the odds that I would meet a psychiatrist on the first day who happened to know a different psychiatrist at a totally different institution, OHSU, and would be able to provide a link for me to get treatment while I was in Hospital 1. I could get treatment in Hospital 2. I don't think that ever happens, and yet it did happen. And so from this incident and others like it, I have come to believe that my higher power is really watching over me. Now, in addition, this is a unique day because it's the first day I get paid from my Patreon account. Now, Patreon is a crowdfunding platform that I joined. It allows actually artists and YouTube videographers like myself to receive funding directly from their fans on a recurring basis. I joined Patreon in the hopes I could raise some more funds so I could do some more videos and help more people. And so far, we're off to a good start. So if I look back again, I can say that 2 years ago, I was at the low point, or one of the lowest points in my life, and now I'm at a really high point. This is why I tell viewers and clients, when you're in despair, when it seems like there's no hope whatsoever, don't give up. Don't give up, because what goes down must come up. And of course, the image that I talk a lot about on this channel that really reflects this, epitomizes this, is that of the phoenix bird, who died and rose from its own ashes. And again, coincidentally, one of my YouTube fans sent me this beautiful drawing that she did. Let me see if I can show it to you right here. You see it says, "And still I rise." Isn't that beautiful? The phoenix rising from the ashes. What a metaphor to describe how, there is always hope for redemption and rebirth at any given time. I'd like to conclude this video with a tribute to my good friend David Lyles, who I'm dedicating this video to. He died a couple of weeks ago of cancer. And it was David who drove me to the hospital that January 5th morning when I needed it. It was David who basically drove me to the appointments with Dr. Trevino and to my psychiatric appointments because I was too agitated to drive. And when I really got into some dark spaces, he would call me up. We would go eat at the Vita Cafe up the street and schmooze, talk about chess. Then we'd go out for a donut, or at least he would. And oftentimes he went on long walks with me. I mean, he was there for me anytime I got too dark. He got me out of my head, out into the world, and gave me a respite from my despair. So David, I appreciate what you did. I will always be grateful, and wherever you are right now, I know you are headed towards the light. This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, please give it a like, or you can leave a comment in the comment section, or email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, which I hope you will, simply click on my photo and you'll be taken to the subscribe page, where if you click on the subscribe button, you'll be signed up to receive notifications of my videos. And if you want to join our Patreon community and help support this channel so we can go out and reach more people, simply click on the Patreon link or the Patreon image and you'll be taken to my page and you can see what you think. And again, my website is healingfromdepression.com. So until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will see you next time.